Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 video. In today's one we are going to be checking out the First Great Western Class 166. This was on the Creators Club. It hasn't been taken down, so I'm guessing it is, well, I'm guessing it is allowed. I guess you are allowed to do First Great Western. Same with the HST one, that is still there. But yeah, this is a really peculiar scenario. This is in the scenario planner. There's the HST over there. Yeah, you can see once we actually sit back down, we have the old HUD, which is odd. But yeah, this is the First Great Western 166. You can see it's got the first on the front. It looks better than the GWR one. There's just much more sort of going on it. And look at this First Great Western. Sort of, I love the colour scheme of First, when they sort of everything was called First Great Western, First Capital Connect. Sort of the purple, the pink doors. It's really nice. Yeah, look at that, First Great Western. Let's get in to even the interior is different. You've got the old seats with the old maquette. Look at this, just really nice to see it. And there you go. Everything is. Oh no, what do you prefer, Great Western Railway or First Great Western? First Great Western. I think I do prefer First Great Western. Although I suppose I did sort of grow up with First Great Western. That's just lovely. I think I actually did go on one of these when they were with First Great Western. Yeah, let's get back to the front. Right, in we go. Let's sit down. But yeah, look, you can see we've got the old HUD. I think that's probably one of the sort of what do you call it? One of the sort of, well, not downsides, but one of the things with, you know, having this old train. That one of the downsides is having the old HUD. Only for the speedometer though. It's weird seeing the old one though. Alright, let's get going. Almost feels like we're playing Train Sim World 2020, but we're not. We are on Train Sim World 2. We're going to take it as far as Maidenhead. So we get the proper main stretch. There's the HST over there. Actually, if you haven't seen the video for that, do look down in the playlist. We did do a separate video on the HST. Look at that on the HST. Really nice. I'll keep the HUD on as well, just so we can admire the old HUD and how things have changed. Obviously, the new HUD being better. It's lovely. Let's try and get a screenshot as well. Before a tree gets in the way or something. Nice. Full whack up to 90. There's no timetable for this. I think even in the description there was no timetable for it. Although there is tons of AI. There's got to be more than 20 on here. Because 20 is the limit for scenario planning. You got 1, 2. Let's see. Any more? 1, 2. Let's whiz up. I think there's more than 20 on here. It's quite quiet actually, but if you go to Paddington there's tons. Look at this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got a few moving about as well. One in there. Yeah, it's brilliant. It must be. Yeah, there must be. I don't know how someone's made this scenario, but it must have been on some sort of external scenario making tool, because yeah, you've got stuff knocking about in the depots, which I don't think there's even spawn points for some of them, unless there is. And yeah, you can only use the First Great Western 166 and the HST in scenario planner, like in the specific scenarios. So if you go out onto the actual Great Western Express and try and change liveries, nothing will be there. Well, I'm sure other people have made liveries, First Great Western ones. Yeah, it's great. Apologies everyone, a sneeze had to come out. 2.9 miles to Twyford, and we're going to be arriving on platform 4. And someone also subscribed, so thanks to the Better Fishies 2010 for just subscribing. So you might have seen that pop up on the video there. So you have a good idea of when I'm recording this. Yes, there we go. Brilliant. We've got the AWS and DSD on. It's sort of nice seeing the old HUD, I don't know. That's another good question. There's a lot of questions. Do you prefer the old HUD or the new HUD? I mean, the old HUD was quite sort of simple, I guess, as opposed to the newer one. But this HUD's from Train Sim World 2020, which you can still get. I mean, the only sort of reason to get Train Sim World 2020 would be for the Northeast Corridor, New York to New Rochelle to Newark Liberty International Airport. That's probably the only reason to get the old TSW, which I think you can still get on the Dovetail store, although I think on the Steam store you can't get it anymore. I know on consoles you can still get it, I think. But yeah, Train Sim World 2020, which is the only reason to get it would be for the New Rochelle to Newark Liberty International Airport, part of the Northeast Corridor. Which there's a couple of there's a DLC for it as well, the SW1000R Shunter. And the cab car. Right, coming into Twyford. I think in the cab it's exactly the same. Yeah, I was on the HST. You had the First Great Western radio sticker, whereas on this one, well, you don't have that, so they don't. Well, it's exactly the same. The cab. Right, this is Twyford, which we're coming into. Yeah, cab is visually the same. Well, as I think it is. Looks the same. Yeah, this is Twyford. Stop markers just past the station canopy. So popping that down. Some collectibles I haven't got on here. Which I think TfL now run these services in the class 3, 4, 5, I think it is. Yeah, I think TfL do the Reading sort of into London services. Lovely. And Twyford. Stop marker. Here we are. I think it's an S-car stop, isn't it? There. But look at that though. I mean, that's brilliant. It's just great seeing it. Especially on console as well as before. You could only get this on PC, whereas I believe it's actually within the game files on PC. But yeah, now it's for all to enjoy. Although it could still be taken down, I'm still not completely certain the First Great Western is allowed. Although it hasn't been taken down and Creators has been out for about 2 weeks now, so I'm guessing it is allowed. First. Once upon a time everything was first. First Capital Connects, First Great Western, I think you had like First Great Northern, something like that, and then First Great Eastern, First Northwestern. Well, I think First still does own quite a lot of these companies. They just don't have First on absolute everything now. Right, Maidenhead next. Where are the fumes coming out of there? Where are the fumes? Maybe that's an issue with this one. There's no fumes that will come out of the top. Oh, here comes the HST. That will be good watching that go through. That'll be going full whack 125. Look at that. First Great Western Express. HST looks better in FGW livery. In GWR it's just bland. But yeah, I do prefer it in the FGW livery. Let's try and get a screenshot. Turn off motion blur for this. And a signal and a bridge get in the way. I see how it is. Right. Just there, that's perfect. Get that. Actually, no, that's not. No. Now the cat wants to join us. I'll probably hit the keyboard. There, that will do. Oh, now I've taken an now I've taken a screenshot of the thing saying you've taken a screenshot. I'll have to do. No, I want to get another one. Right, there, perfect, perfect. There. You might see that as the thumbnail. 5.5 miles to Maidenhead. Yeah, it's a short sort of look at this one. The whole scenario goes all the way into Paddington. Where's it? Is it an all-stopper? I think it's an all-stopper. Oh yeah, no, come on. It's not really ideal. Oh, over the keyboard. Lovely. Just go down there. There. West Ealing, Eden Broadway, Acton Main. Yes, it's an all-stopper into we must have had a Hanwell. I don't know how the cat manages to do it. And the cat's been doing this more recently as well. So some sort of hyperactive, I don't know, get on the keyboard. See, that's one of the things, because we were on flight sim the other day. Smudge the cat case comes along, goes all over the keyboard, clicks that, and the toolbar disappears. And it's like, how do you do that? And same with TSW. I managed to turn the brakes on of the train when we were doing the Class 66 on the Brighton Main Line earlier today. How did you do it? I said one before on my old laptop, which I used to use on the channel to read chat. When I first got it, the cat went over the keyboard, clicked something, and then it was like that for pretty much the whole entire time. I don't know what it was, but yeah. That's cats for you. Nice, but annoying when it comes to keyboards. They like to walk over them. 3.5 miles. Let's get a flyby shot as we are going at. Let's go up to 90. Let's go for it. Along we go. Probably want to turn motion blur back on. I know some people don't like motion blur, but I'm just used to having it on, so that's why I turn it on. Look at that. Brilliant. Let's get back in. Here we are at 90. As we speed along. Won't take long to get to Maidenhead, probably a couple of minutes or so. It's only 2.5 miles away, and we are going at top speed. Although before there actually used to be a cap on this train. The cap used to be 90 miles an hour. Although I think when they did the Great Western updates, this was like an old update. This is not the new Preservation Crew update. They made it so you can actually now go up to I think 100. And yeah, before you used to sort of get to 90, then it will just stop. It won't go any faster. But now it's 100. Popping that down. As we come into Maidenhead. Yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed the video. If you have, feel free to leave a thumbs up. It all does help out. And do subscribe if you do want to see more. Plenty more TSWs to come. Lovely. Something about Great Western Express though, especially the sunsets. The sunsets on this route, I'd say probably the best in the game. If you do, I think it's the Westworld scenario. You used to actually spawn in. That's another thing that got tweaked. On the Westworld scenario, it was quite cool. As you spawned in, I think it was at Ealing Broadway, and then you had to take the train to Paddington to get your train and then drive it to Reading. But I think now it just spawns you straight in at Paddington. Yeah, on that scenario, the sun in that, oh, it looks great. Try it out, Westworld on Great Western Express, for like the perfect sunset. It looks really, really good. Coming a bit slow into Maidenhead, but well, here we are. Then yeah, this will then continue on into London. We're just going to take it as far as Maidenhead. That, there you go, first Great Western. Cool. And the stop marker, I think, is at the end of the canopy, so it's not, well, it's fairly short. Two to three. And here we are, this is Maidenhead. You want to try and get on those screens as well. There we go. Here we are, Maidenhead. Well, that is going to be it, everyone, from me. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed that. This is on the Creators Club if you do want to try it out. I think it is called like 166 Rush Hour, 166 Commuter or something like that. The scenario name. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I hopefully will see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.